Hi, everybody. Well, boy, I've kind of gone down a rabbit hole. So, what do I mean by that? Well, lately I've been watching airline flights. The video reviewers, YouTubers who fly around the world doing economy class, business class, first class, exotic suites, and I'm going, it's like when you're dreaming, if you ever win the lottery, $100 million, that I can only travel first class now, and I'm doing the suites on cruise ships, and I'm going on these luxury airlines and being served champagne and well, I was watching some of them, and I will admit, they're kind of addicting. Now, I've come across quite a few creators, and there's this one creator who always seems to have drama in his headlines. It's always, it's never good news. It's never, hey, I went and did this. It's always, crew mistreated me, or told to shut off my camera, or some kind of headline like that. And then you watch the video and it's one crew member who said, you're not allowed to film on board, or please don't film us, or something, or the crew ruined the cruise because one person was loud in the back, sorry, the air flight. And I've been watching, and there's a whole bunch, there's so many of them, and I've been watching some of these really amazing flights where you have a double bed up there in an airplane and 2 luxury lounges, and there's 4 windows. That's how large the suite is. Now, you're paying for this. You're paying for this huge amount of money. In fact, so much so that I could sail almost on any suite on any cruise ship for less money than that one airline flight that took, say, 8-9 hours. Maybe even 12 hours, say a long flight. So they're definitely for that 1%. But as I'm watching those videos, and I'm getting interested in them, and I'm finding YouTube likes to say, hey, you're watching airplane videos, perhaps you'd be interested in these airplane videos. Now, these airplane videos are passenger freakouts. And I made the mistake of watching one because I will admit, I fly all the time and I'm not a good flyer. You'll never know it when you talk to me on a flight. You'll never know it to look at me sitting in my seat. But I'm a nervous flyer. I don't like to fly. I'm one of those people who kind of like to be in control of everything I do. If we're driving across country, I want to be the driver. I feel I trust myself to get out of an accident more than I trust somebody else. It's just something in my DNA that makes me that way. And so going on an airplane and saying, hey, Mr. Pilot, behind that locked door, my life is in your hands. It's kind of like, if something goes wrong, I want to run up and take control of the flight, and then everybody would be in trouble. So yes, absolutely. But these passenger freakouts, I've been lucky enough to never have come across somebody freaking out. I've come across drunk people. I've come across people too drunk to get on the plane and denied boarding. I've seen shouting matches in airports. I almost became one in Amsterdam. But I've never been on a plane where somebody is like really causing a disturbance to the point where you have to be almost taken down, or in fact taken down by crew members to calm down and twist tied and stuff like that. I've been fortunate enough to never have come across that situation. And I started watching this one video of this one lady just freaking out on a stewardess because the plane was in a holding pattern above while they cleared the runway for them to land. And she was going to be late for her next flight, or she was late for something, and she was screaming at them to land the plane. I paid for my ticket. You better land this plane right now. And then she starts heading towards at the stewardess and saying, if you don't land this plane right now, I'm gonna kill everybody on this plane. And she said it more than once. Now I would be looking at, and she was a fairly older lady, and I'm looking at her and I'm thinking to myself, if I'm that person filming this video and I'm sitting in that seat that close to this action, what would I do? Because I'm a nervous flyer to begin with. And then to have somebody freaking out saying they're going to kill everybody on the plane, I don't think I would care if you're who you are or anything. I might put you down. I might join the people who also put this lady down. Because I've never been, I don't know what I would do. I more than likely, I would sit in my seat and watch the action. That's what would probably happen. But I usually, I just don't, it's one of those situations, right? What do you do when you have like somebody who is completely drunk and belligerent and refusing to follow instructions from the stewardesses, so the plane is being delayed and can't have, and you're you're 30,000 feet in the air. What do you do? And yeah, I've gone down this rabbit hole now of watching like 40 of these videos, and I tell you, some people out there are freaking me out. They're freaking me out that this could happen. And I hope that list of no-fly passengers has grown by everybody in that video, because we all see those stories. Remember that one doctor who was taken off because they sold his seat to somebody else and said he had to get off the seat because there was too many people booked on the plane, and they dragged him off? That was a shame on the airline. An absolute disgrace on the airline. However, after seeing them having to deal with some of these kind of passengers, I have some sympathy. You know, I've come across some lovely, lovely stewardesses and stewards and pilots and hostesses. They've been great and everything. And I would not like to see how they would have to deal with a passenger like that lady yelling that she's going to kill everybody on the plane and getting, and I mean in the face of the stewardesses like this. It's not an easy job. Customer service is not an easy job for any place. And I can only imagine it's not real easy to have customer service at 30,000 feet.